Hey guys, it's FrostyCat13 and today I'm going to be doing a tutorial on how to draw Rainbow Dash. I want to apologize in advance for the slightly shaky camera work because I'm doing this by hand because I don't have access to my tripod right now. So yeah, deal with it. Alright, so I'm going to be taking this type of teaching from Dawn Chandler. She's a YouTuber that does MLP how to draw tutorials, and I would check her out if I were you and subscribe to her, and I'll have links to her channel in the description. Okay, so we're going to get started now, and the way I always start any pony that I draw, or anything, human or whatever, is by drawing a circle for the head. And the circle is just going to be about this big, and keep going around and around with your pencil so you can get the circle as smooth and circular as possible. And that's how big it is on my paper. And now we're going to figure out the pony's height, and how we do that is just by sketching another circle the same size as the head, and right next to the head, I guess, just like that. And then you're gonna do two other heads right below it, because a typical pony is about 3 heads tall, and that just helps you figure out how tall the pony is. And they aren't exactly the same size as the head, but they're as close as I can get them to be. So there they are, up next to the pony. And you want to make sure you're sketching lightly, especially when you're drawing these, because you're eventually going to be erasing these circles. Alright, so that's how tall our pony is going to be. And then to figure out how long our pony is going to be, we're going to go up here. And a pony is, oh, I'm sorry, that's the little thread that comes off my camera that helps me hold on to it. Okay, so to figure out how long the pony is, you're just going to draw 2 other heads. Oops, so I'm sorry. Again, shaky camera work, sorry. 2 other heads on top of it. So there's one, and it's about to the edge of that. Okay. And here is the other. And see how I'm going around and around to make them as circular as I can get them, and to get them as about the same size as the pony. Okay, so there's that, and here we have height and length. And a pony is about 1.5 circles long. So you're just going to go ahead and divide the last head circle in half. And your pony can be longer than that, and my pony will probably go a little bit over, but this is just to give you a general guideline of how long and tall you want your pony to be. Alright, so now we're going to draw the neck. And the way you do that is to draw just an oval coming down, and you want it to be about 3/4, maybe a little bit more than that, down the way of the second circle here. And that's just to show you how long the neck should be. So there's how it looks so far. Okay. And I'm not sketching very lightly with this, just telling you, because I want the camera to be able to pick up what I'm drawing, I guess. So I would usually sketch lighter, but I'm not here. Okay, so now we're going to head over to the rump of the pony, I guess. And you want to start about halfway, maybe a little less. You can't get exact, you know. That's why I keep saying that it could be a little more, or it could be a little less, you know. It's just how you feel about it and how it looks overall, because you could be a little bit off in your measurements. Okay, so I'm going to start about right here, which is about halfway, you know, across the next circle, oval, I guess, and you're just going to draw the pony's rump. And the rump of a pony just has a little dip right here where the shoulders or withers would be. I think that's what you call them. And it comes up into the actual rump. That word's so weird. And then it comes down into the back of the flank and into this little like ankle, elbow, I'm not sure what you call it, little joint right here that we'll get to in a little bit that leads into the leg. Okay, so there's that, and this is what we have so far. And now I'm just going to draw this little oval right here to kind of give me a feel of where the belly is going to be on this pony, so I can get a good idea of the shape and everything. Okay, so there it is. And the oval is just to fill out all the way to the rump and to kind of show you the angle that the stomach's going to be going. Okay, so now we're going to just draw the legs. And the way you draw the legs is to find where you have the line for your neck and just go over just a little bit. And this will be the back of your leg. And the legs come down. My legs are going to be a little bit longer in this head because I feel like I may have made the heads a little bit too small. So yeah, it's not exact. Remember, just do it to how you feel. Okay? And then the legs start out skinny and get big at the end for the hooves. And also, the bottom of a pony's hooves, if you look at show style, they aren't curved like a lot of fan art that you see has them as. They are just straight across, and even though that seems kind of weird, and it is, that's just how they look, because that's how Lauren Faust designed them. Alright, so we're going to do the leg, the other front leg up here, and it will not be as long as the first front leg, the front leg that's as close to us, because that's just basic perception there. And there I have that, and you can't see the back side of this leg right here because it would start about right here, but I don't have room to draw that. I mean, I do just a, oops, sorry for that light there. I do a little bit, but I don't think I want to because that's a little too hard to ink if I was going to ink this. So yeah, there it is so far. And see, halfway to where the circle is, it comes down right to the pony's rump. Okay. And I'm just going to go ahead and darken the belly to kind of give me a feel to where the lines are. And then I'm going to draw the front of the flank. And the way you draw flank is just, it's slightly oval shaped, but it's round and just comes down to about right here where it will show, oh my gosh, those lights are awful. I'm sorry. Comes down to about right here, next to where the ankle joint will be. I think it's called an ankle. I have no idea. I don't know horse anatomy. Alright, so you draw this little jutting out thing right here that is the joint. Yeah, I guess we'll just call it the joint. And then it comes, the leg itself will come all the way down here and stops. I may have drawn that a little bit too long. I'll go ahead and erase it. There you go, okay. Comes down to right here next to the front leg. You want to make sure your legs are even too, especially when you're drawing a pony at this angle, because if you don't, it'll look weird and off balance and just won't look right. So there we have that, and that's what we have so far. And this is our pony. And remember, it may not look exactly like the show because I don't work for the show. So it's obviously not going to look exactly like the show, but this is as good as I'm going to get. Okay, so now we're going to draw the back leg, the other back leg, and just go ahead and draw the part of the flank that we can see. And then the leg that's going to come down. And see how I lined it up with this leg here, so that you can, so it still looks even and not off balance or anything. Okay, so there is the body for our pony, and now I'm going to go ahead and erase, the lines here, and I'm probably just going to set the camera right here while I do this, because it's very hard to erase the lines while I'm holding the camera. So yeah. I'm not going to use, I usually don't use my pencil the erasers on the backs of pencils because I just don't think they erase very well, so I'm going to be using this just latex eraser. And I don't know if you guys can see this, but all I'm doing is just erasing the guidelines we made. So now it's more defined and stuff. And now, oops. Now that I'm looking at it, the neck, the chest part, just looks a tiny bit too fat. So what I'm going to do is just remember this, this is always very easy to fix. And I'm just going to erase the chest, and I'll go ahead and set the camera back down again. Okay, so now my pony is chestless. I'm just going to correct that and see how I made it just a little bit slimmer and smoother. See, doesn't that look more natural? Okay, so remember, if your drawings ever have a problem like that, you don't have to follow the guidelines completely. You can always fix it to make sure it looks right. Okay, so there's what we have so far, and this is just the main body of our pony. Okay, and the very last thing I'll do is erase these circles because that's just how I do it. Alright, so now we're going to draw the snout or muzzle of the pony. Oh my gosh, these shadows, they're so bad. Okay. And the way I do that is you're just going to start about right here on the pony's forehead, and you're going to come down and right into the snout. Here, it's not snout, it's muzzle. And you're going to come out about that much, and then just scoop it around for the chin and back into the face. Not the face, to the jaw. Alright, so there it is, and it might look a little long and stuff, but that's easy to fix. You can just erase it and go back. That's why we have erasers, people. Now I'm just not going to make the nose so long this time. Also, make sure your muzzle is really rounded and stuff at the bottom, especially because if you make it too jerky and boxy, it might look more like a princess's snout, muzzle, oh my goodness, because they have a more boxy nose. Alright, so now we're going to draw the ears, and to do this I'm going to have to erase this top circle, even though I said I wouldn't erase it to the last part, because otherwise you wouldn't be able to see the ears, or the line of that circle up there and the ears would overlap. Okay, so there's that, and I'm going to draw the ears now. And the way you draw the ears is you're going to start at the very back of the pony's head and come up into like just a slightly curved line, and then come right back down like this. Okay? I'm not sure why it's turning blue and stuff. It's very weird. The light, this is an awful camera. I don't have my good video camera with me either. So, yeah. Alright, to draw the back line of the ear here, you're just gonna go along with the back part of the ear like that. Follow that angle, and then, yeah, you just get that. Okay, so now we're going to draw the eyes, and to draw the eyes, you're just going to draw a oval shape that's about this big. Okay, and that may look kind of weird, but it won't when you're done. And then go ahead and make the part where they have like their eyelashes and stuff dark. See that? And then you can go ahead and draw the 3 eyelashes that they usually have. Rainbow Dash, since we are drawing Rainbow Dash, her eyelashes are usually just straight and very like boxy, but I really hate the way those eyelashes look, so I always do them a little curled. And this is just my opinion, my preference. You know, you don't have to do that. And then I'm going to draw the little nostril right here. And it's just a tiny little crescent. And then her smile. And there we go. Okay, now I'm going to erase the bottom half of her eye, because in the show, the only part that's black is the part of the eye that's at the top. Like I was saying, it's like their eyeliner or whatever, I guess. And I'm going to draw her iris here. And their irises are very ovally. They're not circular like ours are, I guess. They're very cartoony. So there's that. And then to draw the two highlights in the eyes, or the eye shine or whatever, I always do a curved line right here. And then I loop it right around and follow the angle of the iris that I already have done. And this is going to be the pupil right here. And then I draw another little eye shine inside there. Okay, so that's what we've got so far. Now I'm going to draw her mane as soon as I erase this little part right here. Okay, there we go. And Rainbow Dash's mane is just, it has like one little scruffy point right here. I'm not sure what you call that, I guess. We'll just call them points. And then another, after you go down a little bit, she has one more. And then it all goes down to the main, like, part where her mane stops. And then comes right back up to about halfway between where her eye is. Like halfway between the dividing line of her eye, I guess. And has another little point. And then that point goes back to her ear. So there's that. And now this part, well, I guess this would be called her forelock. So this is her actual mane back here. And it is just kind of a circular, not really circular, just a smooth crescent-y shape that comes down into 3 other little points. One like this, one like this, and the last one goes up like that, curls up towards her ears. Okay, so there's Dash, and the screen is turning blue again. The slide is so weird, I'm so sorry. Okay, now it's back to normal. Alright, now we're going to draw her wings now that we have her mane done. And the reason I always do the mane before I do the wings is because that way I don't have too many overlapping lines when it comes to the mane and the wings. So, because then there's less eraser smudges, and less eraser smudges are always good. So the way I'm going to draw her wings is just, they have the first feather does not go up as high as the second feather. Okay, and if you have ever checked out my DeviantArt before or anything, you know that I don't draw wings show style. I draw big, pretty wings with like lots of feathers and stuff. So it's kind of hard for me to draw feathers like this and wings like this, because it just doesn't come naturally to me like my own style does. So that's what's great about developing your own style, because your own style just seems to come so naturally and easily to you. And I hope this video can help you with that. Okay. Okay, so there's her first feather. And the second feather is always a little bit longer than the first one. Okay? And then it comes down into the third feather, and the third feather comes around into the last little feather. And see, those wings may not look exactly show style, but that's as good as I can do. So, and then they have those 3 little inner feathers. Like that. Like so. And then I'm going to draw her other feathers from her other wing. Just kind of coming out in between those feathers, and once we color it, it won't look like that. Okay, so now we're going to draw the tail, and I'm not exactly sure exactly how many points her tail has, so we're just gonna kind of guess. Alright, so it comes in at the first point, and then comes down into another, just like that, and one more, and one last one. Okay, and then we're gonna just connect it all to this line up here with one point here and one point here, and then it all connects to that point. So there's dash. And this tail is a little bit long, so I'm gonna go ahead and set the camera down again and erase. I usually erase a lot, especially when I'm drawing one of my pictures that I put online on DeviantArt or when I'm making a speed paint. So erasing is normal, especially for me. Okay. I'm just going to redraw her tail really fast since I kind of already explained how to do it. And last time the problem was just that I made it a little teeny tiny bit too long. And this time it looks fine. Okay, so then I'm going to go ahead and draw the lines in her tail that show where the colors of her mane are. So it's red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and the last part is purple. And I'm going to go up here to her forelock. I love that word so much. And I know you can't see it, but all I'm doing is erasing the guideline that was the circle that made her head. So now I just got that, and I'm going to go ahead and draw two lines, so it's red, orange, yellow. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and fix, I'm sorry, that little black bracelet keeps falling down. And all I'm doing is touching up now that I'm basically done with my drawing, to kind of make everything look a little bit better. And I know I said it just a little bit ago, but I'm actually not going to be coloring this drawing because I'll probably do a coloring tutorial later if this one works out well and people will watch it. Okay, so for her iris, you're going to go ahead and start out dark and slowly get lighter as you go down. Okay, and then go ahead and draw the three little lines that go in her iris. And there it is, going blue again. Alright, it's back to normal now. Okay, so her cutie mark, and Rainbow Dash's cutie mark can be kind of difficult to draw sometimes. So the way I do it is just you start out with the cloud, the very top hump of the cloud, and it loops into this little like backwards C, and then loops into another little hump like that. And then the cloud has 4 main humps, just like that. Okay, so there's the cloud. And then for the lightning bolt, you want to go from the edge of the cloud like this and come down pretty far, and you want to keep sketching this lightning bolt, and then it just comes up like this and loops down into that last part. And then since there's 3 colors in her cutie mark, you just want to draw the lines in it. Okay, so there it is. That's my Rainbow Dash, and I hope this tutorial helped you, and I think that's it. So thanks for watching. This was FrostyCat13, and I can't wait to see you again in my next video. Bye!